Kodak Black, are we not surprised? Are we not surprised Kodak Black has been arrested? Well, they call it a coordinated surrender. Nigga was in the hood back in November. There was two cars that the police ran up on, and all together in the cars, I can't remember which was in which car, but niggas with pistols on them, $100 bill with some powder in it, syrup, ecstasy, weed, West Orlando in the hood. You feel me? A lot of the shit that was confiscated was also on Kodak's Instagram. We all been seeing Kodak though. We've been seeing Kodak kind of. I mean, lately some of the shit I seen him, he been looking like a dope fiend. He was looking like he was on crane. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was looking like you smoke crack. And on a couple of occasions I've seen him looking like a straight nigga that be on that corner or in the middle of the street, dope fiend the fuck out. I think he was on some streamer shit, and it was looking like a straight dope fiend. So you gotta ask yourself when you see somebody like that, like, what, how long is that gonna last? Like, what's the next news? Is the next news gonna be some horrific news, or is it gonna be some tragedy, or is it gonna be some crash out shit? So the incident happened in November, and you just typed yourself in. So we all gotta ask ourselves. I mean, what did we expect? Did we expect like what else was gonna happen? You feel me? But hopefully Kodak get himself together. Hopefully I hear that his attorney has been like a father figure to him. An attorney is a fucking attorney. You know what I'm saying? It's like an attorney gonna want his dough. And an attorney is not just doing some shit for free. So it's kind of only, so many ways you to act like a father figure. I think it was 1090 Take who said some shit like that, but I kind of agreed when I heard him say, Kodak might need to sit his ass down. He might need to sit his ass down, sober up. I was in accounting, man. I'm not no jail nigga, but when I was in accounting, you see niggas kicking. You'll see niggas coming in there kicking like shit. Man, being without that dope. And man, after like 2 or 3 days, 4 days, man, the niggas start, they start turning into different people. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got the dope in them no more. He'd be like, damn, I was in accounting, realizing I'm around a bunch of dope things. I'm really around, I'm in here for some other shit, but I'm around a bunch of dope things that then sobered the fuck up. This ain't cool, you know what I'm saying? But they really good people, you know what I'm saying, without that dope. So to save your life, you know, that shit, but he might be sit down for a minute down there. Tiny ain't don't really, it's not in his best interest to have you sit down. He trying to keep you out, and you know what I'm saying? Because of course you don't nobody want to look sit down. Don't nobody want to kick the addict. That's for sure. But sometimes you might need that. You know what I'm saying? I got a cousin that Ira were trying to get him in the rehab multiple times, and man, I remember one time he thought I was trying to sneak him the rehab, and that nigga almost jumped out the fucking car. Like, it was like, hell no, nigga, don't play with me right now. It was like, damn, nigga, I wouldn't try to sneak it on you, nigga. I just mentioned it, and we was just busting a move over here. I'm really mad. I don't even know the fucking rehab that, nigga. I got had him up on it for that shit. But I remember his reaction. His reaction was almost like he was finna jump out the motherfucking car. So, motherfuckers don't be really ready to go to rehab, and don't nobody want to go to jail. That's just that nobody wants to go to jail. But at the same time, sometimes your ass might need to sit the fuck down, get that shit up out your system, and really look at your life so you can turn your life around. Because we don't want nothing bad to happen to Kodak Black. Bite Now, one of my favorite songs, the fuck my favorite song. It's really about seeing seeing somebody go out tragically who is in a prominent position. And no matter what fucking song in life we made it easy, successful young black man, and I want to see him. I don't want to see him go out tragically. I want to see him do great things. So when I see the nigga looking like a dope thing, clearly high up out of his motherfucking mind, I don't be entertained by that shit. Sometimes you need to be in a certain state to make that good ass music. But I remember hearing Shine say something to the effect that Rakim wasn't even cussing in his music, and he looked the part and everything. He was making the dopest music. So I do feel that you can still make dope music without being inebriated or, fucked off, and without fucking yourself up. So, hopefully Kodak can, hopefully this is a good thing for him. He might be finished up because they saying, you gonna get at least 3 years for what he got caught with. You know, for what he got caught. He took if I 30 years. A nigga to sit down, but he could, they could. I don't know if they gonna throw the book at him, but they fought around, give his ass 12 or 5. He at least doing 3. They say it's mandatory 3 years for what the nigga then got caught with and the circumstances he in right now. But he has turned himself in. The nigga's arrested. Like I said, they said it was a coordinated surrender. But we just gotta pray for Kodak. Lord watch over him. Whoever Kodak is God tells him many names, and whoever he refers to God as, I pray that he get him in his life, and he takes over his life. Can He's able to come back strong. Can I wouldn't mind seeing a Gucci man change. I wouldn't mind seeing a Gucci man change. To where they need to come out and he's sober and he's still doing music, but he doing music sober because you only could get so much out of somebody a certain way. People are changed. We're not meant to be the same. And you can't, like people say they want the old Gucci. Well, go listen to the old Gucci. I remember Jay-Z had a line saying, if you want the old Jay-Z, go listen to the old Jay-Z. That might not be verbatim what he said, but it was somewhere along those lines. Listen to the old me if you want to hear some old me, and it might have been Jay-Z, might have been somebody else. But I feel like I heard Jay-Z say something to that effect, and that I agree with it. I could always go back and listen to the certain Kodak Black songs that I liked to get that certain personality in this. So, or same with Gucci. Gucci got a bunch of songs, but he got a bunch of new songs. And as long as you keep making good music, that's all I care about. Or not. I wouldn't give a fuck if you kept making music or not. I just gonna want to see a motherfucker go out tragically. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't been arrested. We gonna see how this plays out. But yeah, man, prayers for Kodak. I'm praying he gets his life together. Praying this might be a blessing in disguise. Hey man, yeah, that's all the time I'm gonna spend on this right now. Until the next time I got some time, I'm gonna holla at y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this with your people. Peace.